The Mega Massive Munitions Factory is one of the most recent paragons added to Bloons TD6. It's a powerful build-up tower that requires the perfect setup to be rendered effective, especially against boss Bloons. Being the second support paragon, first being the Engineer Monkey, it can provide useful utility with its abilities as well as creating chaos with the Spike-a-Jeddon. But what if we introduce this crazy powerhouse in Bloons TD battles? That's a good question you ask me, because we have indeed added it. How strong is the Mega Massive Munitions Factory in Bloons TD battles? Find out as we'll explore its strengths and weaknesses inside of the Paragon mod, which is an attempt at adding every possible paragon in BTD battles as well as an exclusive bloon that's meant to be untouchable by most towers. So let's commence the showcase right now. So we are playing on sandbox mode yet again, which is the ultimate training grounds for our usual tower showcases. We always do this, because it really matters as the good old reliable. Our objective is to show you guys the new paragon that has been introduced lately, so be sure to check out the previous video. The link will be in the description. The first two upgrades are straight up basic and vanilla, but what's interesting is the left path upgrades. The former third tier is now the fourth tier upgrade, mainly due to optimization issues in the game's code system, and the former fourth tier upgrade is now a paragon upgrade with an added prompt before upgrading. It sounds weird in concept, but it truly works the best as we've done in retrospect. Not much the new tier 3 upgrade has done, as it's basically a new upgrade combined with the old 4th upgrade. But now we get to the Spike Factory Paragon, which costs 800 grand to set it up in an actual match, and for its cost, may sound very strong like the other paragons and even the Sun Temple. Let's not hesitate to get the degree 1 Spike Paragon, as the mayhem would commence by now. Oh boy, my entire map is already flooding with spikes, and yes, the carpet of spikes has been permanentized in the main tower, so good luck for those bloons trying to survive a stronger spike storm that never wears out. And it straight up one-shots anything that's present. Very OP, I suppose. Additionally, it also creates powerful spiked mines every 10 seconds, which is very slow in the process that's mainly compensated by an incredibly strong passive. That's only the pre-game rounds that's been tested, and it's already performing just as strongly as even just the Ace Paragon. That's some real competition right here, and both of those towers benefit receptively from degree levels which greatly bolster their DPS and popping power. Let's first utilize the Spike Paragon's abilities. This purple looking bolt isn't just a lie, it quadruples its production speed for 10 seconds, and has a short cooldown to get an additional burst of mines out. The first ability is called Controlled Burst, by the way, and then we have the second ability called the Spike-a-Jeddon, which is one of Spike Paragon's strong points, essentially firing an unavoidable rocket on each path exit that deals massive damage and splits into 3 powerful mini spiked mines. It is seen quite versatile like the other 2 ability paragons like Wizard and Tack. The Spike-a-Jeddon is very strong in my opinion. It literally nukes anything that ever touches it, but it also takes a while to recharge another one of those abilities, unlike Controlled Burst, which is only a 20-second cooldown with a reasonable synergy with the main attack. It's very good at keeping the very exits at bay. Not even DDTs can even zoom past its destructive mines and its spike shower. Now it's time for round 50 to shine. And that's because, well, rainbows, oh my god. Round 50 should be the Spike Paragon's death sentence, right? Well, not really, because the amount of spiked mines it managed to build throughout previous rounds will easily obliterate the rainbows, oh my god, since regulars oh my gods were mostly damaged heavily by the spike shower. And yep, it straight up eats rainbows oh my gods for breakfast. How ironic to end this off. But it's not over yet. Some oh my gods managed to sustain against it. It might get through somehow. Sadly they failed to get past That's because the Spike Factory Paragon is just pretty darn OP at shutting down the path exit as well as providing a lot of cleanup control with its passive. If you think that Degree 1 managed to beat round 50 easily, it might not be able to beat round 60 on its own because of ramping. We shall build a maximum degree Spike Paragon that will have lower ability cooldowns as well as significantly higher damage output. There's the Degree 100 Spike Paragon by the way. Paragon degrees are mainly calculated the same manner as temple sacrifices, which is unfortunately hard-coded in this game. So we have to stick with a cheap maximum powered Spike Paragon. It's not the best placement for this Paragon as it's most effective at the near exits, but with a higher damage increase it should put out more work on the rainbows, oh my god, right? It got it down to the last damage stage, but there were very few mines at the very end of its range, which actually proves its weak point, but not the weakest to ever be outclassed by other Paragons. It might be better to add some more Paragons to the mix, since it can very likely solo round 50 even on Degree 1. Why not add more allies on our side like an RPG team game? Degree 100. Paragon ready to unleash. Let's see if that could help with the Spike Paragon's game plan. And note this is round 60 to begin with, so quintessential support is necessary. I was going to create the Boomerang Paragon, but I found that the TAC Paragon is abnormally better than the Boomerang Paragon in terms of sheer DPS. Let's get another mechanical Paragon to join alliances with the Spike Factory. Lastly, the Wizard Paragon shall turn those rainbows, oh my gods, into fairy dust, especially with its complex nature and two powerful abilities to choose from between the undead and the merged form. And luckily, round 70 rainbows, oh my gods, were just too strong and overwhelming to deal with, especially since most of the spiked mines were detonated in the previous rounds. But that shall conclude for this video. I think the Spike Factory Paragon is incredibly strong for its price and definitely worthwhile getting if you're scared of DDTs or even just rainbows or my gods in general. This Spike Storming machine is just for you. If you like this video, consider subscribing, liking and turn on notifications bell to support me. And there's never a dull moment to comment your thoughts down in our comments section. Thanks for watching, and before we end this off, please consider using my creator code REALOTHERUSER in the BTD6, Battles 2 or BCS shop to greatly appreciate for every in-game purchase you make. And I'll see you vivacious guys in the next one. Adios.